This is the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show.
Are you talking
Ian,
or am I
Ian.
talking? Who's talking next? We
Ian.
didn't set a plan.
Ian, I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
Team Clear Coat Podcast.
It's about cars.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. What do we want to start with today?
Ian, let's start with some My Eyes stuff.
My eyes.
Yeah, My Eyes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my girlfriend has a big chip on her shoulder about a car. Like, there's this car that haunts her dreams.
Oh.
It is the
Like one particular one or a model of car?
a model of car.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up question, right?
Because it could be like
Yeah.
a Christine situation,
Right, it could be
and there's
like-
one car
Right.
that's literally haunting her.
Yeah, like the Cobalt Camaro that haunts Nick Lindy and I.
Yes.
Sometimes I just see it idling outside my house, like a horror movie. I pull back, and like each time I peek, it gets further and further up my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you look again and it's gone.
right. Yeah. No, the one that's haunting her is an Infiniti QX80.
I have no idea which one that is. That's
That is
an
the
SUV?
yeah. That is specifically the
the
slightly
fish.
older model, the big like
The
really
pufferfish.
Yeah, the pufferfish. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So
the white one right there, right?
yeah, right. Like, look at how bad
It's
that
so
is.
ungainly and
Right?
gross looking.
It is. Yeah. So those are bad. And she really hates it, as you should.
Yeah.
So she had someone, somebody that lives nearby her, an elderly woman, had passed away, and their family was driving in to like the lady's house,
Mhm.
and she saw one of them driving in an Infiniti QX80 and was like, oh, like, that's double bad for you today. Like, as if things weren't already going bad enough
Right.
about, your grandmother passing away.
Uh-huh.
You're also in a QX80. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So poor Boo has to and this is the thing, like proximity to you and I, like the
Mhm.
people that are in our orbits are more aware of cars just because we are more aware of them when we're around other people,
Yes.
right? So like we raise like the group's attention level
Mhm.
whenever we're present, right?
Yeah. Really, that means that we make things worse.
You're exactly right.
Because really,
You're
nobody's
not noticing the QX80?
Yeah, because
That's bliss.
yeah, calling a non-car person's attention to cars,
Right.
they don't get excited about cars
Right.
necessarily right away. It's the first thing that they react is negatively. They find something that they hate.
Right. QX80,
QX80.
right?
There you go.
Yeah. I think the QX80 is also like, I was describing it to her as like that kind of uncanny valley of a car,
Mhm.
because it's like, well, on paper it has 4 wheels, a windshield, a
Yeah.
steering wheel,
Mhm.
but like it's like if you had all the ingredients for pizza and you like sous vide the like the cheese and and just messed up every single ingredient when you were putting it together,
Mhm.
and this is what you get.
Or just made a pizza that looked like, the hunchback of Notre Dame's scrotum.
She had a really good description for it. It was when you're making Christmas cookies, right?
Mhm.
It's that one cookie that you fucked up the icing on and the decorations, and you're like, you know what, let's just bake it anyway. Because
Right.
at the end of the day it's still a cookie.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her takeaway. Her
That's a good
description.
analogy for that.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah. QX80, everybody. Yeah. Ian,
Terrible.
what do you got for some My Eyes?
So I also have a My Eyes by proxy.
Okay.
And this one,
MEBP.
yeah. This one I got a phone call today.
Really?
A phone call. The hotline rang.
We have a hotline?
Apparently we do, because Kirby, who I've talked about on the show before,
Yeah.
buddy of mine, Kirby, he called me up on the hotline today. And,
Okay.
and Kirby is one of those guys that he doesn't really, in a phone conversation especially, and also definitely in real life, he doesn't really do the beginning of a conversation. He just sort of kind of
There's those
skips
people
it.
that just launch into it, like in a movie, like like people will pick up the phone and say something like, and that's exactly why I left Costco.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or or like the start of a movie when they like they cut the credits, boom, you're in a chase scene.
Yeah.
Like that's the beginning of Memento.
Right.
Right.
Like
yes. Boom,
Yep.
you're in it.
Yep.
That's a conversation.
Yep.
With Kirby.
There's no tip, just boom, straight to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he calls me up and I answer the phone and he
Team Clearcoat My Eyes hotline.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, he said, "Is this the Team Clearcoat tip line?"
Oh shit.
And I was like, "Yes, it is."
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said that he was driving along on the highway and saw a car that he didn't actually know existed.
Okay.
And it was the Dodge Caliber SRT4.
Yeah, let me pull up a picture of that. Yeah.
And what was going on was he had the window down and he heard something coming.
Okay, yeah.
Because that car has a pretty loud exhaust, and this one might have been modified, he said.
Yeah.
And what struck him about it was that, one, that's a ridiculous looking car, because it is.
Yep.
I have driven one. It is terrible.
This is what they replaced the neon with.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a terrible car, but it is a hilariously terrible car.
Right.
So it's sort of like the Room of performance hatchbacks.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is how I would put it.
All right.
Still enjoyable, but terrible. And so he heard this thing coming, and so he looked, and his first thought was, "What the fuck is that thing?"
Right.
And then his second thought focused on the driver, who was an older gentleman, balding, kind of pudgy, and he now is fixated on the idea that, like, why was he driving that car?
Right.
Because that's totally out of place.
Right.
And I think there is something to that. We always make fun of the stereotypical thing that we always make fun of is like Corvette drivers, right?
Right.
Clinging to their youth.
Yep.
And failing.
Right.
Or the 9/11 midlife crisis.
Right.
Stereotype, that sort of thing. But there is some people who go really far with it.
Right.
Because if you want to look like a youth,
right.
You get something like this.
Right. Yeah.
Youth.
So I'm fascinated that you mentioned that, because I saw somebody in a Subaru WRX STI vaping, and I pulled up next to them, and it was an overweight, gray-haired guy. And he was vaping. I was like, "You're old enough to know better. You should be yelling at your grandchildren about their vaping."
Right.
And here you are.
Right.
It does not matter the shape or form or age or demographic of a person when they approach a WRX STI.
It just appears in their hand,
They just start vaping and listening to Slipknot. I don't know.
Yeah. Or it's like when like a man who is hurtling just headlong into middle age and is weighed down with all sorts of responsibilities and things he needs to do and everything like that, and yet he maintains a ridiculous haircut
and clings to a VW R32.
Stare into camera for a comfortably long time. Moving on. So that
is Kirby in Denver here?
He is, yes.
Okay, because I think I might have seen the modified Caliber SRT4 that he might have seen.
Okay.
Was it black?
I don't remember what he said. I was too busy laughing at him because he was just like, he was so appalled. One, that car exists, and two, that a middle-aged man was driving it.
Well, so here's what I want to ask you about then. What is your, like, if somebody calls and says like, "Hey, I didn't know this was a thing," like, here's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm mentally going through.
Yeah.
Like,
it's going to be okay.
Because at that point, it's like somebody has been dosed with LSD and you need to watch them for the next period of time to make sure that they're okay, that they don't have a bad trip.
Yeah. I guess.
How do you handle those conversations?
It depends. I think because Kirby is already a car person.
Okay.
And I think, so in that case, I just kind of like chuckle and I'm like, yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to this side of the world where we have this knowledge. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, with non-car people, you kind of have to like ease them into it.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're right. It takes a gentle touch,
Right?
sometimes.
Yeah. Then why do you keep doing it to me?
An overly gentle touch, some would say.
Yeah.
A suspiciously gentle touch.
Ian.
But yeah, your car should kind of relatively match your age. If you want a hot hatch and you're a middle-aged person, you get a Golf R, right?
Yeah, you get a
or
Golf R.
GTI.
Yeah.
You get a GTI.
Yep.
At most, a Focus ST.
Okay. All right.
Most boy racery you can get.
Okay.
You used to be able to get the Volvo C30, but that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, true.
But I think, I'm probably 5 years away from never being able to drive a Focus RS again.
I was going to say 5 years away from owning a Dodge Caliber SRT4.
I am in my early 30s. I will be 36 this year, so I'm in my early 30s.
You're not in your early 30s. You're in your mid-30s.
I am in my early 30s.
Mid-30s. And then you're about to be in your late 30s.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know
Ian,
what you're talking about.
don't you know how numbers work?
So that brings me to an FMK cars.
When you're doing something at work, are you like, it's in the later part of the octet, or the earlier part of the octet, like 210?
Yeah, 2 people got that joke. They're both sitting in this blanket for it right now. IP jokes.
IP jokes.
That brings me to an FMK cars.
Okay, hit me with your best shot, Pat Benatar. Pat Benacar.
No,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm pointing at you.
Uh-huh.
FMK
Ian.
Cars is a game that Dave and I play on the show.
Damn it.
It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, but we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day.
You hit it and quit it.
M means you marry it.
You put a ring on it. Oh,
K means
I thought we had a nice back and forth here. K means you kill it. You send it to the crusher immediately. I was waiting for you to say that, and then I was gonna. And we don't have anything snappy to say about K.
I know. That's why I gave you the fake out. All right,
Yeah.
so this one is called.
Conversationally, we're the balks of podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. We're now balking each other.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So this one is called Hello, Fellow Kids. These new pet rocks sure are turned off the dope fleek. Can I say it again? Because it's fun. Hello, fellow kids.
Let's get lit.
These lit new pet rocks sure are turned off the dope fleek.
There you go.
Cars for when you're totally acting your age.
Fitting in, Ian.
So in this one, you're basically going to get... So you are you.
Okay, I'm Dave.
40-year-old you.
Yep. Old man Infinity Sedan Dave.
But you get a car and a lifestyle to go with it.
Okay, all
All
right. Okay.
So first one, Dodge Caliber SRT4.
Oh,
You act, dress, consume as though you are 20.
okay. All right, that's awful.
And it's going to be exhausting for everybody.
I was going to say, I don't dress that drastically different than when I was 20.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but
But
you're
actually-
you are trying to look like you're 20.
Yeah, that's no good.
Right.
Do they still
A 20-year-olds, I hate to tell you, don't dress the same as they did 20 years ago.
Right, true. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the next one, Chevy Corvette convertible. You act, dress, consume as though you are a recently divorced 60-year-old,
Okay. All right.
which is the prime demographic.
What generation we going with? C5?
I'm going to say C4.
C4. I was gonna say, if you weren't going there, I was going to.
Oh, it's the pace car.
the
You can
pace
have
car.
you can have the pace car and everything.
Oh man, boy.
Yeah.
When you get near it, you just start hearing Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just starts playing.
And chest hair.
yeah,
You hear the chest hair
Yeah.
fluttering
yeah.
in the wind.
Okay, so I'm a recently divorced 60-year-old. Oh man. Okay, all right. Just popping Viagra's and
Oh, and just out there washing the car,
yeah,
leering
just-
at the like
Ugh.
absurdly young women that are riding their
No.
bicycles past.
Oh God, no.
Right.
Ian, you
That's
can't.
the whole thing.
Ugh.
All right.
Do I have a gold medallion?
Oh, absolutely, you do.
Boo. Okay, go
All right.
on.
The next one is a Buick LaCrosse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like what vintage lacrosse? Like a new
You can have a
one?
new one. You
Okay.
can have a new one.
Okay.
It's the
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, I want that one.
You want that one?
Yeah.
The 10-year-old one?
I want the four-eyed one. Yeah.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
All right. In this one, you act, dress, consume as Actually, no. You ride everywhere in a coffin. You're just in a coffin in the back of that getting carted around. Because that's the demographic for the Buick LaCrosse.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, how the hell do 20...
Fake outs.
How the hell do 20-year-olds dress? Because that's a 20-year-old wardrobe. Oh, boy. I'm pretty sure
What are you doing?
I'm Googling. Oh, boy. Ian.
We're going to title this episode Dave Dresses Young People.
No, the title of the episode is
Dave Takes Young People's Clothing.
the title of the episode is Ian, I think what I have to do is I have to F the Buick LaCrosse and roll around in a coffin for a day.
Yeah.
And I think I'll just get method with it and dress up as like Jermaine Clement in What We Do in the Shadows. Did you see that movie?
Mm-mm.
It's a fantastic vampire movie. It's like a dark comedy with the Flight of the Conchords guys.
Okay.
Murray is in it as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dude, you need to see that movie. It is so good.
Okay.
It's really funny. Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, so for a day I'll do that and like pretend to be a goth vampire.
Okay.
Then describe to me the SRT for again. I act like I'm 20 years old.
Right. You know when people are 40
Assholes?
are 40 and they try to act like they're 20.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm doing.
And so you're like the drinking equivalent of this
Right.
is the guy who's 40 years old and ordering Irish car bombs or Jaeger bombs at like a nice restaurant.
Shit.
like
Right.
you're on a date
Right.
with your girlfriend at a nice restaurant
Right.
and you're like, get some car bombs over here.
Do they make car bombs at Potager?
Right, exactly. That's for everyone who doesn't know what potager is, you get that joke regardless because it's a like nice French restaurant here in Denver.
Right. Oh man, this is a tough one, man.
Right.
God. I like if I'm the 60-year-old man in the Corvette, do I have to leer at young women?
That's what happens.
I'm killing it. I can't do that. I'm
Okay.
killing it. I have to be the 40-year-old man that is pretending to be 20 then. Because I'm probably insufferable enough in public that that isn't that much more of a step for me.
Okay.
What would you do?
I think you've hit on the only proper
the
answer.
non-pedophile answer? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, not pedophile,
Oh.
but creepy and unwelcome.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
But yes, that's the only correct answer.
Okay. What would you do if you were like how would you dress? How would you dress as a 20-year-old?
I mean, it's
That's
probably not far off.
Yeah, it is. You dress more towards 60 than you do 20.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. I don't even know where I would start. I didn't really like 20-year-olds when I was 20
Yeah,
is the thing.
Me neither, yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not sure how I would even pull that off.
Right.
Um,
I say I was insufferable in my 20s, barely tolerable in my 30s. Let's see where 40 takes us.
yeah,
Right?
that's good.
Yeah.
I've always been perfect, so I don't know.
Yep, perfect in your late 30s.
In my early 30s still.
Late
it's amazing
30s, late
that
30s.
I've managed to stay in my early 30s
Late 30s.
for this entire time.
That gray
for like
hair
an
does
entire
not
decade.
say early 30s.
Yeah, well, this started in literally my early 20s.
It says you were born in the early 1330s.
Yeah. I've now gotten to the point where, like, we'll be out with friends. Like, we'll go out with Katie and Lauren.
Yeah, yeah.
Katie and Lauren will order a drink.
Yeah,
They will get carded.
right.
And then I'll order a drink. And it's not even, they don't even, like, try to pretend like,
Oh, we'll card you.
right. I get, like, the long stare and and just a walk away. No, that's what I get,
Nice.
which is
Yeah.
lovely.
18-year-old Ian would have killed for that, though.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know.
How did you acquire booze when you were that age?
I didn't really.
You didn't?
I
Yeah.
didn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like once or twice. Yeah. I didn't really drink that much.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all just cocaine.
I didn't know the the futility of the world and our very existence.
It
yet.
hadn't crushed you yet,
Yeah.
so you didn't resort to drinking whiskey.
Right.
Yeah, by the barrelful.
Anyway, what
Any-
else do we have to talk
any
about while I'm
hoozle.
still in my early 30s here? Come on, let's wrap it up.
Ian, let's see here. What do we have here?
We went. We did some karting.
We did. Oh, but
let's do the.
Shut up.
Okay,
Shut up.
Sorry.
I want to talk about an article that I saw because and something I want to talk about. I want to talk about regional drivers. Okay.
Oh.
And how people in every state always shit on drivers from another state. This is a well-worn topic, but recently citations just like started piling up in Oklahoma, right?
Can I guess what it's for? I have not seen the article.
Yes.
Staying in the left-hand lane.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I lived in Oklahoma for 8 years.
yeah, I want to know how bad it is.
It's horrendous.
Is it? Okay.
Horrendous.
So do you feel like the citations piling up is justifiable?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. I've never seen anything because like you'll get behind someone, there'll be nobody to the right,
Okay.
or they'll pull out and just kind of leisurely stay there. You know, they'll do like a three across.
Okay.
And nobody's passing anybody.
Right.
And they'll do it for miles. And even in the city, there's like 2 left-hand exits.
Okay.
So they have no left lane restrictions for like trucks and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it's maddening in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
It's terrible. But everywhere in that state, people do not move out of the left lane.
Wow.
They will not. It doesn't matter how much faster you're coming up behind them. That area of the country, Oklahoma and Texas, the driving style is what I like to call aggressively pokey.
That sounds like a lovemaking technique.
It does. It would be terrible as a lovemaking technique as well, because aggressively pokey is where they will not let you in.
Okay.
And they'll do everything they can to maintain their perceived position.
Right.
Track position on the road.
They're quote unquote winning. Yeah.
But they will not go fast.
Okay.
They just will not.
All right.
It's the most maddening.
The blanket is vibrating out of anger.
Oh,
now.
it's so terrible.
Yeah.
I once witnessed someone, and actually I've witnessed this several times, because the other thing is that the entrance ramps are super short there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's tough. New Jersey has really short ones. Yeah.
And so you get slow drivers.
Yeah.
And drivers that are oblivious.
Right.
And short exit entrance ramps, and you could just get chaos, right?
Oh, yeah.
So and people love the left lane.
Right.
So I witnessed a few times from this one particular exit ramp, people would merge at 40 miles an hour
onto 65-mile-an-hour traffic
and just straight to the left lane.
Ooh.
And of course,
Yeah.
I'm coming doing 65 and a half
miles an hour in your late 30s.
in my yes. And they just don't see me or don't care.
Right.
And they're just no signal, just right over.
Oh God, that's bad.
Flashing the lights, nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Don't give a shit.
Nothing. Yeah.
So no, that does not surprise me.
Okay. Yeah. Where do you think the worst regional drivers have been? Is it in that area? Like out of where you lived? Because you've even driven overseas and seen the pure chaos that is that.
Yeah. The thing is about overseas is that for the most part, what I've witnessed overseas, because like I've driven in Iceland and in England and Scotland and
The Middle East.
Italy and then the Middle East.
Yeah.
And especially in Italy and the Middle East, it is chaotic.
Right.
But everybody is doing the same thing.
Right. It all kind of just works out, right?
Right, because it's just it's predictable.
Right.
Like in Italy, like there's definitely more rules there than there are in the Middle East.
Sure.
But like in Italy, that someone is going to pull out in front of you at the traffic circle.
Right.
You
yeah.
know?
You just anticipate it.
Yeah.
Right. If there's a gap, somebody's going to take it.
You
Yeah.
know, even though
Yeah.
you're bouncing your Fiat 500 off the rev limiter on the autostrada,
Right.
there's going to be a Mercedes that's going to come flying past you like you're standing still.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's going to happen.
It's that. Yeah.
It's a given.
Yeah,
So you
right.
can plan for it,
Right.
and that's fine. Here, you have such a big mix
Right.
of styles. And
Yeah, people that are following the rules, people that have no regard,
Right.
etc. Yeah,
Yeah.
people that are excessively breaking them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in the Middle East, Oof, you just do what you can, man. You do what you can.
Is that what the speed limit signs say?
Oh, I mean, the cops would literally just sit on the hood of their car
Okay.
and just watch chaos unfold.
Were-
It was like,
Were they just waiting for an accident to happen and then go help somebody?
I guess, I don't know. I never
Okay.
once saw them do anything
Okay.
traffic related.
Right.
But it was like, it was the equivalent of, and I used to do this for a while as a volunteer, reffing a soccer game for 3-year-olds.
Okay. Right.
Right.
You're there in presence only.
You're
Yeah.
just there to make sure that nobody gets killed.
Right.
That is it.
Right.
It's
right.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
Being that skill set is exactly the same skill set as a traffic cop in the Middle East.
You just watch the clump of cars move around.
Yeah. And oftentimes, like, there'd be like this amazing, just immaculate road surface, right?
Okay.
And just completely free of blemishes to include lines.
Okay.
So just like
Right.
like
It's
a
just
runway,
open blacktop.
yeah, like a runway width
Oh.
of blacktop.
Like make up your own lane.
Go for it, guys.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like the one time, the one that sticks out is like in Kuwait City was like that. The main road from where we were at the airbase, the main road back into Kuwait City was like that. And it was just arrow straight, totally flat. The only thing you had to watch out for was camels.
Okay, sure.
Because that'd ruin your day.
Yeah. Oh my! I cannot even imagine how bad it would be if you hit a camel. With
We
your
saw the camel aftermath of
Oh.
one accident, and it was not pretty.
Oh God. Okay. I mean, it's probably nothing on moose, but yeah.
I mean, it's probably pretty similar, right? They're about the same size, I would think.
moose are bigger.
Are
but
they really?
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
They are.
Yeah.
They're
Did you see
scary.
that video of two moose fighting in a neighborhood?
No.
Oh my God! Yeah. Sorry. I don't want to turn this show into like. Did you see that video of? You know. But yeah. So I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's
digress.
fine. No, but when I was in Kuwait City, we had a dually pickup truck, and I definitely did burnouts in the dually pickup truck. And one time in front of a policeman, and nothing happened. I think the statute of limitations on that is surely up.
It has to be.
Has to
Where
be.
where do you think has the best drivers that you've ever been? Yeah, this Team Clearcoat, we just don't focus on the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you think has had like the best drivers that you've witnessed?
You know, I think in the U.S.,
Okay.
I honestly, as much as it pains me to say, I think Michigan is actually really good.
Okay.
They have pretty good lane discipline, and
Okay.
most of all, they move out of their own way.
Okay.
The speeds are just faster there.
Sure.
They're
sure.
like more appropriate for highway speeds.
Yeah.
People do 85 and as like a minimum. Like if you're not doing
Right.
80, 85 in the left-hand lane, you are going to get run the fuck over.
Right.
Which is how it should be.
Okay.
I think people there are pretty good drivers. I think Chicago for a city is pretty good
Okay.
from what I've seen. I think around DC is just atrocious.
Yeah, I've driven around there. That is nuts. Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I refuse to live there.
I think I might have told you this. I have memories of being in 6th grade on family vacation to Texas with my parents and my sister, and my mom and dad white knuckling it through Dallas.
Well, Dallas is terrible.
Yeah, and I just remember like my dad like driving and my mom just going like, "Okay, you're clear, you can get over." And my dad was like, "You need 2 people to drive here." Like,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah, Dallas is terrible to drive through because partly because of the roads and partly
Yeah.
because the people again aggressively pokey.
Yeah.
I hate driving through Dallas.
Yeah.
It's also 6 hours of beige townhouses.
That's true.
It's the world's largest suburb, Dallas.
I'm trying to think of the best drivers that I've encountered. I've driven in New York City, upstate New York, New Jersey, like the whole New Jersey all the way to Missouri, like I-70 and Pennsylvania Turnpike. The Pennsylvania Turnpike is nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really stands out. I just remember like needing to get into the mode that the city is already in.
Yeah.
Right? Because like when I went to LA for the first time and was driving there, it was like, oh, like, God, that guy just fucking cut me off. Like, no, that is a clean and legal merge in LA. Like, yeah, that guy gave me plenty of room. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of like what I was talking about with Italy or the Middle East.
Yeah,
Like once you get the
just,
rhythm of it,
exactly, right?
you do it. You know?
right.
And England was the same way. England is just more. I don't want to say more polite, but like kind of. They're just a little like there's just a. They kind of do the same thing that they do in Italy, but like there's an extra beat to it.
Okay.
So
okay.
they at least feel bad about doing it. I think. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Canada's usually good too.
Okay. Yeah.
Driving through Canada.
I
is
did
usually
drive in
pretty good.
Canada. Yeah, I did Sault Ste. Marie to Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was actually really nice.
Yeah, I've driven in Canada a couple times. Like, and the biggest one was a couple years ago. We drove from Michigan to Montreal.
Okay.
In the Dodge Journey.
Ah.
That was the Dodge Journey. Yeah, big strong man.
And Dodge Journey.
And Canadians are great. They're great drivers.
Right.
Just the speeds are pretty slow because the speed limits are slow, and they really frown on speeding there.
Yeah.
But
I remember seeing them be very aggressive with speeders when I was there. Yeah. Huh.
I
Okay.
find driving here frustrating.
Yes, driving in Denver is frustrating. It's either someone is going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit or somebody is going 30 miles an hour under.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think it's more the latter. Like people
Yeah.
just are not in a hurry here.
Yeah.
Which I think people would say is a good thing.
Right.
This is a pet peeve of mine. I'm going to go on a rant for a second.
Oh, you're going to go on a rant?
I know it's shocking.
Yeah.
Early 30s.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has his pontificating finger up.
Yeah. So this kind of plays into our whole like the cities versus the real America bullshit that we're dealing with right now.
Okay.
Where like we get this like deification of like the slow lifestyle and all
Right.
that sort of stuff, and
Right.
how and that somehow gets equated with like being friendly or polite.
Right. Pepperidge Farm remembers how,
Right.
Yeah.
Some Bob Evans bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think actually there is a courtesy to being efficient. You know,
Okay.
like if you're online at the coffee shop and you are discussing your life story
Right.
with the barista,
Yeah.
yes, you are making a human connection,
Right.
but you're also making everyone else's day worse.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And so in cities,
Yeah.
you get in, you get out, you do
Right.
your thing, and you move on.
Right.
And that allows other people to do it, and that allows the whole thing to work.
Right. The not like being minimal impact on everyone else around you
Yes.
is the admirable quality.
I would say yes.
Which should track into small towns and stuff like that as well.
It should.
Right. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you want to interact with somebody as short as possible?
Well,
I would like coffee. Give me coffee. Bye.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is a transactional relationship. Let's
Right.
treat it as such.
Exactly. Right. Especially if someone's behind me.
Exactly.
Guess what? It's not like you're waiting for a cup of water.
Mhm.
It's coffee. Give me coffee. I fucking need coffee.
Right.
You are currently keeping me from getting coffee.
Right.
So you might get stabbed.
And that's why the left lane sitter is so bad, because
Right.
they may be in the right. They may be going the speed limit, and that may technically be the correct thing to do.
Right.
However,
Right. It's not the most efficient thing to do.
well, not only that, it's not their job to do that at that
Right.
point, right?
Right.
It's not their job to throttle traffic.
Right.
You know, they are not Barney Fife with their one bullet in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in my lane now.
Right.
That's not how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move it over.
Yep.
That was a
Yeah.
long way to go. Yeah, Oklahoma.
I I like that you knew that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Ian, I have a completely unrelated FMK Cars for you.
Let's do it.
Ian,
Yes.
FMK Cars is a game.
We already did that.
I know. Ian, this one is simply called Panoz.
Oh,
Have we talked about Panoz on the show?
we have not.
Panoz is a very funky little boutique brand of cars.
Yeah, like supercars.
Yeah, and they make some really stinking fast cars.
They do.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Yes, they are.
Huh. I haven't heard anything about them for
I
a
had
long time.
just thought of them because I was looking at a list of cars that were in Gran Turismo 2. right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like pouring through that list, right?
And I was just thinking about them the other day.
Really?
I can't remember why. I think because I think I was talking to Nico about different car badges, and I always think about their badge as being like kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like that red and blue P.
Yeah.
thing
Here,
design,
let's see if we can find
like
the
kind of
badge.
swoopy.
Yeah.
Emblem. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's kick it over to the non-free. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think about their badge as being really cool.
Yeah, right?
But yeah.
It makes me think of like a soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So so these are just different models of Panoz.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to drive your schnoz in a Panoz. Okay. All right. So first up, this is going to take a little bit of Googling here. Okay, so Panoz, Avezzano, Avezzano.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6.2 liter V8. Here, we'll just do
The
that.
GT.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, nothing labeled for reuse. All right, let's look at the Panoz website. Am I saying that right? Panoz?
I think so.
Yeah? Yeah, there you go. All right.
Yeah, pretty.
It's just a nice sports car. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they have.
So this is new.
Yeah, they're still around. This is a new car. Yeah. Kind of looks a little like a Noble or maybe a Pagani, but yeah, it's a tiny little car.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're cool and funky.
They are.
All right. Let's see. So then next we're going to give you the Esperante.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one that was in like all the video games in like the late 90s, early 2000s,
Yep,
right?
it certainly was. Yeah. Here, let's just go to the Panoz Wikipedia here. The Esperante. Was there a different picture? I like that other one that was up, the silver one.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, okay.
Very cool.
All right. And then there was one more, the Panoz Roadster. I can't spell Roadster, and it's the one that kind of looks like a Lotus 7,
Okay.
right? Yeah, so this, I think, was the car that put him on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, was the little Roadster.
Huh.
Yeah, Lotus 7. So you got the Roadster, you had the Esperante,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was one other model. I can't remember what it was. Let's see here. Let me look at their sports cars real quick. Sports cars. Wasn't the GT?
And it's an American company, right? I think.
I don't know.
Almost positive.
Yeah, the GTR 1. Yes, this
Whoa.
is have you seen this car? It's really weird. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody made a supercar out of a Buick Riviera.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, and just kind of melted stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that they say unexpected performance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, but they've done tons of Le Mans racing.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing for them is like some of these endurance races.
Right. I knew they were still making race cars. I didn't realize they were still making road cars.
Oh yeah.
For whatever
yeah.
reason.
Yeah. I
Huh.
mean, hell, somebody's still paying for their domain. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come in for a visit. Where are they? Where is this? Georgia 124. Are they seriously in
Yeah, they're an American company.
Hodgson, Georgia? No way. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. We'll have to send our Georgia Street team out there.
Do we have a Georgia Street team?
Yeah, I got my buddy Mason out there. Yeah.
There we go.
The brother of Eric, the original owner of Dusty Rusty. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I got to crush the Roadster.
Okay. The little Roadster, you would do that for a day?
I've got to, because for a day I've got to drive the Esperante.
Okay.
Because
okay.
I drove it so many times in video games.
Right.
I have to drive it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what it's going to drive like. I have no expectations about it whatsoever. But then the new one,
the Avezzano
looks just super cool.
It looks great, right?
And it looks like it's, pretty modern. And
yeah. Look at how short that shifter is.
Yeah.
Right?
That looks great.
Yeah.
It looks like just like a supercar version of the Z4M.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You're exactly right. Yeah. And it looks like this it looks like what you want a sports car to look like nowadays.
It actually looks like you crashed a Z4M into
A Pagani.
a 612.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Scaglietti.
there you go. There you go. Yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And somebody threw the back of an F430 on it.
Yeah, the taillights.
Yeah. Right?
That's exactly what
Yeah, and that's a BMW Z4 in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Huh. Scaglietti in the front, Z4 in the back.
Said nobody ever.
Said nobody ever. Note to self, making FMK cars ideas for car mullets. These are cars that are mullets. One car in the front, different car in the back. All right. So
What would you do? Would you do the same thing? You wouldn't drive the Roadster.
I
right?
don't think I would drive the Roadster. Yeah, I think I would F the Esperante, and I think I would marry the Avezzano. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Huh.
Good one. I like that.
It was just kind of a blast from the past. I think I saw a Venturi listed on Bring a Trailer.
Oh yeah.
Right? Remember those?
Mhm.
Let's see if we can find a picture of one of those. Yeah, it was a Venturi car. Venturi. I always liked it because it looked like a Ferrari 458, but I think almost better. Like a little bit more special. Right? It looked like the 458 and the 355.
Not the 458.
Not the 458. I'm sorry, the 456. What's the two-door 12
Oh,
12-cylinder?
430.
No, 456.
456.
456
Yeah.
and a
Jesus.
F355 put together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh yeah, where did I see that car?" Because you could get like a boxy body kit on it in Gran Turismo. Yeah, here it is, the 260 LM. And I loved driving it in Gran Turismo. That was the only place I ever saw it. And and for some reason, I think there was one on Bring a Trailer, maybe something like that. And so I was like, oh yeah, where have I seen that before? Gran Turismo. So I was looking at the car list, and I saw Panoz on the car list, and I was like, oh wow, like
the Panoz or however you say it.
I think you're probably saying it right, Panoz. Yeah.
That one I always think about. We had a Need for Speed game.
Oh yeah, I
don't remember if it was Outlaws. It was one of the early ones on PC.
Yeah,
and one of the early Need for Speed games. And it also had the Esperante, and it also had the Ford GT90.
Oh yeah,
concept car.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else remembers that game. It was a lot of fun, but the best car in the game was the GT90.
Well, yeah.
Which is a crazy looking.
It is. Yeah, look at the back of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That crazy Illuminati exhaust. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there was a rumor that Ford was going to build the GT90 forever. They never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also had the Bugatti, the 90s Bugatti.
Oh, yeah, the EB110.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved that car. I still
It's
do.
super
Yeah,
cool.
that was, I think, their first quad turbo V16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
W16, right?
Yeah, I think it was just
it a V16?
V16. I think this might have been before the W engine. I'm not sure, but
the story behind that car is really interesting, though, about like how it ended up coming into being, because the company was like in the middle of like changing hands, and it was like one person's vision, and it's a really cool thing. There was an article about it.
Oh, really?
Maybe a year ago.
That's
I'll have to try
cool.
to find it.
I always thought it was such a crazy looking car. I remember Michael Schumacher saying it was one of the cars that truly terrified him.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I have a 1/18th model of it somewhere.
That's
a
awesome.
die cast of it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Bugatti.
Super cool. 90s supercars.
Right?
Gotta love them.
Right? Yeah.
Should we move it on?
Yeah, we should definitely
We have
move
a
it on.
bunch more to talk about.
Yeah, okay. Go.
Well, in more, we are professional automotive journalism,
Legitimate
news
Yep. Mm-hmm.
things.
Where's the can of beans?
We attended the 2018 Denver Auto Show this year.
We certainly did.
I embarrassed us by going to a gala underdressed.
You did, and also forgetting to even register for said gala.
Oops.
But thankfully they had an extra ticket.
Yeah,
an
we
extra
got
$100 ticket.
It all worked out.
Luckily.
luckily. And I think we made some good hashtag content this year.
I think we might have outdone ourselves.
Yeah, so this year we managed to do, besides just our normal, like, fucking around at the show and tweeting and Instagram videoing and stuff.
We didn't play Will It Dave. That's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We were busy.
Oh, yeah. We were working, man.
We were working it.
Yeah.
But
we learned from last year.
we did. Yeah, you got to go in with a plan.
Uh-huh.
Unlike our shows.
Uh-huh.
Which we don't do anything for. But we recorded an audio guide.
Yes.
Which was fantastic. That was your idea. It was great.
Thank you. And we have to give a special thanks to Nick Lindy for actually walking through the show floor with the audio guide and tweeting us pictures of him kneeling next to the Mitsubishi Outlander, like interacting with us as he was doing the guide. Nick, thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, the only confirmed case we have of someone actually doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
With our ridiculous audio guide.
God, we love we love you, Nick. Thank you. God, thank you.
But
so
I
much.
think other people did download it because our download numbers were higher for it.
They were.
So if you did listen to it and use it at the auto show, please let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can send you reparations or something.
Yes.
But then we also did.
Here's a Tony Roma's gift card.
Yeah.
Just sorry.
But if you haven't listened to that, you should go back and listen to it because it is, I think, pretty funny. And I think it's a journey. We take you with you, even if you're not looking at the car that we're looking at.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to say we did a good job.
As long as we're automotive journalists, I would like to do this for every auto show.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
And then we also, if you haven't seen, we posted a video on the YouTubes. And I also put it on the Face Poops.
Okay.
Of Dave critiquing the various bikes that were present at the auto show.
Ford brought that fucking bike back, man. I'm wondering if it's just too heavy for anyone in the Ford staff to move off of the top of that car.
It's been on that same car for 3 years.
Yeah, they're like, why do we have a 2006 Explorer at the 2018 Denver Auto Show?
Yeah, exactly.
But we still have a video that we haven't put up that I need to edit.
Yes, and I don't know when this is out.
But another one than what we're talking about. Remember when we did the Lincoln stuff about it picking the pictures and everything?
I totally forgot about that.
Until I found it in my camera roll. Yeah.
Totally forgot.
Remember
we did
that?
We just blacked out and made hashtag content.
We did. Our eyes rolled back in our head and we just started spitting that hot tent, yo.
Yeah, I don't know if it's usable or not. But there may be another video. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great. I don't remember anything about it. I'm sure it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But then we also have our most ambitious thing we've ever done.
Yes.
And I am super excited.
We're super excited. So
there's a script for it right here.
I have a lot. We just worked on some voiceover work. And
we did we brought in a voice actor.
We brought in talent. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to take some time because I want to get it right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
and
that
obviously I'm really busy now, so I gotta make time to do it. But
that is coming soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for.
I'm thinking within the next couple weeks we'll have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So watch our YouTube for that,
please.
And I'm sure we'll say something on the show when we publish it. But keep an eye on the YouTube page.
Yeah, we're going to let the world know when this video is ready.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
And then so the auto show. Do you have any highlights, any lowlights?
I think this is one of those things where like I think doing what we do now. I don't know. Like I should have made time to go back to the auto show on my own time if I wanted to enjoy it. You took Nico,
right?
So you guys had a good time. Right?
Well, Nico had a good time.
Right, and ran around like a maniac for 3 hours, right?
He was so excited. Yes.
Right. But like I think I was only viewing it from the work perspective and not the enjoyment perspective. I obviously some things made a huge impact on me, like the cabin of that Lexus LS 500.
Yeah.
Right? Some stuff like really did resonate with me. And I think I gleaned most of that during our guided audio tour. But yeah, I don't know. Like, did you get anything from the presentations at all? You know, anything like that?
I feel like the correct answer here is yes. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's a tough thing because we're at a regional auto show.
Yep.
Nobody is announcing anything
Right.
particularly exciting or anything.
We already know about everything that's there.
And also the Denver market is is going to be geared more towards crossovers,
trucks.
maybe some trucks.
Yep.
And so that's not where we live.
Right.
So it's hard to get personally excited about, a small crossover.
Yeah. I'm super psyched about that Buick.
I am too.
Yeah.
Some of the surprises of the show were the getting up close to the Buick Regal variants.
Yeah.
The Tourex and the GS Sportback.
Yeah.
Those were both pretty cool. I still want like an unchrome package.
Yeah. Right.
To be available for that
chrome
stuff.
delete. Yeah.
Yeah, just a 100% chrome delete. Those were pretty interesting. I think some of the Honda technology stuff was interesting.
Yeah.
That was probably the most interesting presentation
Yes.
that we attended.
100%.
So that stuff was kind of interesting. But I'm trying to think what else. The Volvos were great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Always are.
The V90 stuff was.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want one so bad.
Yeah.
And it was a good wagon show.
It was a good show for wagons. Yeah, that Jag wagon is perfect. The Jagwag.
Yeah, the Jagwag.
Uh-huh.
The Volvo V90.
Yep.
The Panamera Gran Turismo.
Sport Turismo.
Sport Turismo, sorry.
Yep.
And then the Tourex. The Buick Tourex.
Exactly.
So there were some good wagon options.
Yeah, right?
This year.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
God, I want a bike rack on top of that Jag wagon so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bike rack, Jag wag all day.
I think the thing that I love the most about car shows is that even at Denver, like that the personality of the displays of the automakers kind of like expose the parts. They like unintentionally expose parts of their personality. Like Kia and Hyundai having awards everywhere.
Right. Yes. It's one of those things where just through normal conversation or exposure, somebody's exposing what they're most afraid of.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you end up belying your the kind of the dark side of your own personality, right?
Right. Yes.
And so Kia and Hyundai had just awards everywhere.
Right.
Because they know that in every group of people that are going, someone's going, a Kia.
Right. Exactly. And they're like, look at all these fucking awards.
Right.
Yeah. So they're just
trying a little too hard, right? Or Toyota, which was just like, here's a whole bunch of cars.
we you want it, we make it.
We have this much space. We gotta fill it with cars.
One of them's rotating.
Yeah.
Right?
Just everywhere.
Right?
Right. And then like Mini, like, dude, there's a British telephone box here. Do you know we're a British company? Do you know we're British?
We're British. Hey guys, we're British.
Hey, we're British.
Bangers and mash.
Yeah.
British.
Yep.
Is that a tire or is it a meat pie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
Lincoln with the over the top where here's your concierge service.
Right. Yeah.
Touchscreen, which is with the video that we're gonna release on that.
Right.
Just remind. Did you know we used to be a luxury company?
Right. Yeah, we're more than just an up badge Ford Edge.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not.
Yeah.
Right? The black label experience is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The label experience. Yeah. No, sometimes in life, this is a TeamClearCoat life lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in life, someone will tell you what they're most afraid of. either by accusing you of being that thing,
Right. Without saying those words. Right.
without saying those words, of accusing you of being that thing, or like
Or going
Or-
over the top.
right, or telling you the opposite of that.
Right.
You know, going out of their way to tell you the opposite of that.
Right.
Right? Like it's like the closeted gay guy, like, yeah, I bang chicks.
Mhm.
You know, like it's okay.
Right.
We love you. You don't
Yeah.
have to say these things. Right?
Exactly.
It's okay, Kia. We love you.
Yeah.
You don't have to show us all your awards.
Mhm.
The Stinger's a really cool car.
Yeah.
Yes, the center console is more plastic than my Iron Man cup,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The other one that came to mind. Sorry to keep harping on this.
No.
Was Volkswagen.
Yes.
Right. And so like all the other car makers would have because it's Denver again, and we're known for active lifestyle and all
Yep.
that sort of nonsense.
Yep.
They would all have all the active lifestyle shit on their cars.
Right. Right.
Volkswagen had it all next to the cars in a very finely arranged
Yeah.
glass
Yeah,
case.
They basically had an active lifestyle aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So you can park your car next to your lifestyle equipment,
Right. They had
but
like
not maybe necessarily mixing the two.
Right. They had like a Volkswagen branded bar stool in there.
Uh-huh.
Like it made sense for like what Chevy had, because and a lot of people do this. They'll do like all their aftermarket parts. Like, hey, you buy a Camaro, here's some shit you can buy and bolt on. You
Well,
know?
but that wasn't even. It was just stamped parts. I think.
Right.
Right. Like it
Yeah.
was just pieces off the assembly line.
right, yeah. But Volkswagen was like,
Yeah.
like showing you, here's a bar stool, here's the cheapest set of bike wheels, but not a bike that you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a tennis racket.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then Mazda was the same thing with,
The
because
craftsman tools.
right, because the
Yeah.
knock against Mazda has always
Right.
been like, oh, they're fun, but they're kind of cheap,
Right.
chintzy cars,
Right.
which isn't
It hasn't been true for a long time.
has not been true for a long
No.
time. But that's sort of their reputation here,
Right.
and so they overcompensate by doing the craftsman tools, which were not made to make any of those cars.
No.
Like scissors and shit. Nobody used scissors anywhere in the manufacturing process.
Unless,
Maybe to cut the tag off their new safety goggles. That was about it.
it's like the board executive like making paper dolls.
Right. They had like a planer in there. Like no one was using a planer on your dashboard. I'm sorry.
right.
I
Maybe they used a planer for the first concept of what that shape of wood should look like, or they just 3D printed it like everybody else does.
yeah, they either did that or they just put it in the CNC machine.
Right. They already have it in CAD.
Yes.
Exactly.
Your
Yeah.
windshield washer stock was not handcrafted. I'm sorry.
This car has artisanal windshield stocks. Handcrafted from mock whalebone. Yeah.
None of that happened.
Right? Yeah.
So pay attention to how the car makers market themselves.
Yep.
Because it's usually
It's for a reason.
yeah.
They say these things for a reason. They spend money saying these things for a reason.
Except for Alfa Romeo, because they were just like, here's some cars.
Right, exactly.
This one's not put together well.
Yeah, and don't touch this one. Don't lick this one.
All right.
Yeah, and also ignore that the badge may be crooked. And the other thing is,
The trunk was crooked.
yeah, the whole trunk. Yeah. Also, rear view mirror or rear view cameras, backup cameras.
Oh yeah.
Right. Can we all just agree to put them like in the center of the license plate frame? Can we
Yeah.
just do that? No, nobody does. No. Yeah. My buddy Mark texted me. What was it? It was an offset one that he saw that was bothering him. Oh yeah, it wasn't offset, but it's the Jeep. What is this? The Compass? Which one's the back of this one?
I think that's a Cherokee.
Yeah, the
regular
Cherokee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not offset, but it's just like it's right in the middle, and just because it's near a body contour, right? It's weird. Yeah,
I actually think the problem might be that it's slight because everything on the Jeeps is like overly
Jeepy.
large
Yeah.
and chunky,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it seems too small.
Okay.
I think
yeah.
if it was, I think what they should do is
As if it was
swap.
like this.
Well, no, swap that one for the
What?
one on the Lancer,
Yeah, the Mitsubishi. Yeah.
and they would both be better.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Also, it like I keep seeing faces in the trunks of cars now
Yeah,
because of these cameras, and I don't want to do that anymore.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, like
Yeah.
cartoon faces.
I don't want to be sitting at a stoplight and feel like something's staring at me.
I think it's one of those things where because it's a new federal mandate for 2018
Yeah.
that cars have to have backup cameras, which is good because rear visibility is worse and worse
Yeah.
and worse.
Yep.
So anything that's in a mid-year or that's not getting refreshed
Yeah.
this year is going to have something tacked on.
Right.
And as the next generation of cars rolls in,
Yeah.
we'll probably see better integration
I think you're right.
of that
yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
think.
Well, yeah. Instead of it being an afterthought and oh shit, we need to add this now, it'll just be incorporated into the design.
Right.
It'll just be like windshield wipers. You
Right.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. The thing that still drives me nuts about the Lancer backup camera is that anytime you see it, even me, I know it is from the factory
Because you spent time on it.
Yeah, I did that exhaustive Google search after being so upset at work one day,
Uh-huh.
right? That like it like you look at it and you go, that can't possibly be factory.
Right.
You still do it. I could see them bolting it on at the factory, at the Mitsubishi factory, and be like, no, that's clearly an aftermarket. Like I figured somebody at Car Toys is drilling into the trunk,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Ian,
I agree. All right.
what other nonsensical things do we have to talk about?
We did a karting.
We did a karting. We may put up a karting video, but we have video priorities, so we'll see when that can come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
But it was an endurance kart race. You did really well.
yeah, I'm reasonably happy with how I did.
Yeah.
There
There were professional karters out there,
yeah,
like 4 or 5 of them.
they were fast.
Yeah, they were
super fast.
They obliterated the track record.
yeah, so it was a point, so it's down in south of the city a little bit.
Unsur
Outdoor
Centennial.
track. Yeah,
Yep.
Unsur Centennial. So eighth of a mile track.
Eighth of a mile. Yep.
Lots of elevation change.
Yeah, built on the side of a hill. It's really cool. Like you come down, you go up, blah blah blah.
It's really
Yep.
cool. There's
Yep.
curbs. It's very bumpy.
It is
especially
very bumpy
in a lot of sections. And the carts really aren't bad for rental carts. They're reasonably quick.
Yeah.
I think they said they do about 60.
Yep.
And it felt like I was doing 60 at the fastest part of the track, which was
Really fucking scary.
real fast.
Yeah.
And I'm happy-ish with how I did. I'm frustrated because I feel like I'm just at this plateau where like
Right.
I can
You're really, really good, but there's another step that could be made.
yeah, and I'm at this point where like I honestly don't know what it is about my driving style that every track I go to, and even in the Maserati
Right.
last year we had the pro driver drive
Yeah.
the Maserati, and I was a couple seconds off of his pace.
Right. Right.
But like you look at the video and it's like my line is right. Like I'm not doing like an egregious line error someplace.
Right.
And I just don't know what it is what piece that I'm missing. I know there's one corner I can get better at the track.
Right.
Um,
I would look at this the other way. Look at it the other way. Look at the fact that you've gotten yourself to a point that is far above average on your own without professional instruction. You've gotten yourself to a point that's further than a lot of people will reach, than the vast majority of people will reach. You have gotten yourself to that point. Agreed? Your times are...
but there's better people
No.
that could go
You need
with
to
that.
you need to look at it the other way. Would you agree that you're better than the average karter?
Than the average person who shows up at a
Yes.
rental place?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Right?
Yes. But that's a pretty low bar to clear.
Would you, I mean, like you getting on the top times of the week in a rental cart facility? It's not out of the question.
Right.
right?
Yeah. No,
So
that happens.
right? You've gotten yourself to that point all on your own
Yeah.
without professional instruction,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like, if you were to get some professional instruction, I would imagine that would be the thing that would take you to the next level.
Perhaps, maybe.
You know?
That could be. That could be.
You do need to recognize the accomplishment that it is that you've gotten so far just by yourself. Just from, like, digesting and acquiring knowledge and, like,
Yeah.
mechanical feel and, like, figuring stuff out, problem solving, learning what you have to manage. You've gotten yourself further than most people get.
That might be true, but
There's always someone faster.
well, but
Always.
I could be faster.
You
is the
cer-
thing.
you-
I could be faster.
You could, but you've gotten yourself to this point. You've gotten
Yeah.
yourself to a very fast point.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, so I qualified. So there was a qualifier. It was my first time on the full track there.
Yeah.
I qualified 14th
14th
out
yep.
of 20
with a 117.
with a 117. And then in the race, I got up to at one point I was in like 11th.
Yep, you were in 11th. Yep.
And then the top 5 were just
oh yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, so the previous track record was a 114.3, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The first place guy was turning out 112.9s.
Yeah, he did a 112.9, which is crazy. And
S-
I ended up with a 115.1.
Yep. 115.1. Yep.
So I shaved 2 seconds off my qualifying time,
Also,
which is good.
the person that you were trading 11th and 12th with
Mm-hmm.
was turning out 114.8s.
Yeah.
So that to me means that you were faster consistently, right?
Well, he made a lot of mistakes. He went off and stuff.
Right. You were faster consistently. He was making more mistakes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though, like, in endurance racing, this is where this kind of stuff matters, right?
Mhm.
You know, like being able to turn out one fast lap and 10 garbage laps that's awful,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, consistency, just like your lovemaking, the same thing over and over and over and over and over again
Until you die.
until you die. Yep.
Yeah. No, I did. Yeah, and I didn't have any offs, which I was happy about. And
Right.
And I was really happy with at the beginning of the race. I was in a big pack. There was a big
Yeah,
wad of
you
us,
chopped through some people, man.
and there was just some chaos
Yeah.
that happened right in front of me, and I managed to pick my way through it because I hung back instead of poking my nose in. And
Yeah.
If I poked my nose in, I would have gone off. And
Yeah.
I probably would have finished like 17th or something.
Right, right.
But yeah, so I ended up finishing 12th. I got 2 places from where I qualified.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
No.
And I will be doing that again because it was a lot of fun.
And if you had to do like a 45-minute race, you'd hold up, right?
I think so. I wasn't
Yeah.
tired. I really wasn't even sore the next day. I had
Yeah.
a little bit of like a little bit of bruising from the seat on my back, but
You held up really well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
part of it was during the qualifying run I kind of found there's enough space on that track and there's enough straights and stuff
Uh-huh.
where I could like I did have a really horrendous
Oh yeah, the
shin
shin splint. Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
really bad shin
from
splint.
leaving your foot off of the brake.
Right, from like lifting your foot
Uh-huh.
up because you're like cocking your foot back
Right,
like
to stay off the
negative
brake. Yeah.
to stay off the brake. So I started like moving my foot down onto the floor
Yeah.
and just kind of like stretching on some of the straights and like wiggling finger. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see
I
me
did
doing
see you
that,
wiggling fingers. Yep.
just
Yep.
to kind of like
do a
loosen up
jazz hands. Yeah.
and- yeah,
Yeah, no, that's important.
do some resets and stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I was fine. It was hard work.
Yeah, yeah.
I could tell I had a workant, but
You
I
weren't
was,
as sweaty as I thought you'd be.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
The
was
weather was perfect. Yeah.
It was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
It was just nice to be racing again.
nice,
yeah.
man. Nice.
So I will be doing a lot more of this.
Hey, I really like, if you want to scratch that itch, it is such a huge time and financial commitment to rent a seat somewhere, to
Mhm.
to go to a champ car.
Or own a race car.
Yeah,
Forget it. I mean,
Exactly, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a huge time commitment, but an endurance karting race is such a great way to get like that fix
yeah.
in a minimal time investment
Or
and,
a lot
and
of
money.
and a lot of other places just do like league races. So if your local karting place does league races, it is a really good, seat time per dollar,
Yeah, right.
which is my whole thing.
Yeah,
And
karting.
the standing start is a lot of fun.
Yeah, right.
Standing starts are fun.
Yeah, Yeah, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pulled right past one person from the start. Yeah.
Yeah, I was up in there. And,
Yeah.
and then it was more just me being tentative because I didn't know
Yep.
what people were going to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, man, sometimes those grid starts people get
Oh.
stupid.
They get nuts. Yeah.
So you just got to wait for carnage to happen and then pick your spot
Right.
is the smart way to do it. But yeah, so go karting. It's
Go
fun.
karting. Yeah. Yeah.
Did
I
we
think-
do car show?
I think we did a car show, Ian.
we did car show.
We done did car show. Ian,
David.
I counted all the money in the in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
how much is in there?
There's $65 in here.
Oh, well, we need to donate it. We were supposed to do that.
We need to keep adding to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we should reach out to some people on the internet, see if they want to match it.
That's a good idea.
When we donate.
Okay.
Anyway.
You should follow us on TeamClearCoat.com,
Yep.
which is now HTTPS.
That's right, Ian.
It's now
Check out the back and forth tweets we had this morning.
you get HTTPS, which is now like 2 weeks ago from when you're hearing this, but
Uh-huh.
don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, now you're secure from snooping people on your Wi-Fi
Exactly. There you go.
because that's what you're concerned about, right?
Exactly. As you should be.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
We're Team Clearcoat. We're going to the dark web because our numbers don't fucking matter. Yeah.
Okay, so we're on the face poops and the Twitters and the things and the place and the guy and the TeamClearCoat.com.
Rate and review us on iTunes. That's what we would really love to happen. Email us your FMK cars ideas. TeamClearCoat@gmail.com.
Yes.
You see something on the street, text it, tweet it,
If you see
Call-
something, say
something. We need a team.
To us, apparently.
We need a Team Clearcoat Google Voice hotline.
Oh.
Right?
We will set that up. That's going to happen. We will set up a voicemail.
A Team Clearcoat, My Eyes Crisis Counseling.
Yes.
Right? Like, I just saw a cross cabriolet and the convertible Range Rover in the same block.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we should set up. That's a fantastic idea.
We are certified.
And we'll play voicemails on the show.
Yes. There you go.
Why haven't we done this yet?
I don't know. We are certified automotive My Eyes Crisis Counselors.
Yes.
I just now gave us that certification.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. End of the show, we get a little silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do all that. Keep your eye on the YouTube page because there is good stuff coming.
Yep. All right. Refresh it every 5 minutes.
Okay. Goodbye. We love
Okay,
you.
We love you, everybody. Okay. Bye.